This is the synth sound that Bonobo used when making his most recent track, Expander. It's a preset called Chords in Arturia's SEM V2 synth, a virtual analogue emulation of Oberheim's SEM synth from the 1970s. Here's a reminder of the melody Bonobo used. The interesting thing about this preset is that although it's monophonic, the two oscillators are set 7 semitones apart, or a fifth. That means that when you play a C, you aren't just hearing the root note, but also a G playing along with it from the second oscillator. This means that no matter which note you play, you will always hear back a 2-note chord. When using this to write my own track, to dissuade me from writing a melody like Bonobo, I decided to set the second oscillator just 3 semitones higher than the root note, as opposed to the original 7, leaving me with a minor third harmonic interval instead of a fifth. I wrote this melody, then wanted to find a sample to spark further inspiration. After I found the track I wanted to sample, I ripped the vocal from it using Fader's AI stem extractor, then chopped it up in Logic's quick sampler. From here I began to build the track. I did what Bonobo did in Expander, which was automate the filter cutoff of the SEM to add movement and keep things interesting. Now that I had a good starting point for the track, I was guided by the soulful style of the vocal sample to write this bass line. I then worked out some chords to align with the SEM melody, and built up the drums with a mix of samples, field recordings, and home drum recordings, and this is what I ended up with. I think the most fun thing about using a preset like this is the limitation it puts on you when writing chords, and the freedom that subsequently brings when you play it in random melodies. And if you're like me and you tend to gravitate towards the same old chord progressions, this can be a really good way to break out of that. So have a play around with this sound, and if you don't have Arturia's SEM V2 synth, you can make a version of it in just about any other synth by setting up a second oscillator that has a harmonic interval of your choosing. Thanks for watching.